Hey everybody, welcome back to the cabin and to our channel. Today's video we're going to do like a 1 month update on our new solar system we set up in our solar bunker. If you're new here, we have a playlist of the whole build of our solar bunker. We built this bunker to help keep our lithium iron phosphate server rack batteries warmer. Use the ground temperature to keep the system warmer, because previously our system was set up in a small solar shed. Well, we had more batteries than would fit in there. We live in northern Michigan and it is quite cold out for 3 to 4 months of the year. Right now it's currently 17 degrees out. The temperature in the bunker is 39 degrees. That keeps our batteries above freezing so they can charge and discharge at a more comfortable temperature. Again, we've had this system set up full time for about a month now. The holidays are over. We've been using the system pretty actively, pretty hard, using all of our normal lights and computers and refrigeration. And we have been using like Christmas lights and stuff. Jen's been having them on a lot the last few weeks because of the holidays. So we've been using a little more power than usual. It's been 10 days since I've went in the bunker. 10 days. The solar communication to our system is not set up perfectly fine, so I don't know exactly what the status of the batteries are. But we started at full. It's been 10 days. System's running fine. I haven't looked at anything. I haven't been in the bunker in 10 days. So let's go check it out, and we'll give you an update to see how our cabin does after 10 days of use here at the cabin. Now, if you've been here for a while, you know that our system, our cabin, uses about 200 to 300 watts of power steadily. But like I said, during the holidays, we were using more like 4 to 5 because Jen had twinkle lights on. And the purpose of us going off-grid and doing solar isn't to totally skimp and suffer. We're trying to test this system, put it to its full abilities, use it, and enjoy it. Not skimp to the very, very minimum and see how long we can make it last. We just want to use it and enjoy it and not have to worry about it. Let's go out to the bunker. Let's check it out. I still haven't put my piece of rubber over this that you guys suggested I do. So let's see if I can get this open. Alright, so again guys, 10 days. 10 days we haven't been down here. The solar's been working. Like I said, the communication on the app that I can see everything does tell me if it's running. And turn some lights on and show you what we got down here. Alright guys, so we don't have a thermometer in here, but Jen does have this little puck here, this Govee puck, that tells us the temperature so we can regulate and monitor the temperature. It's going to get down in the single digits the next few days, so I'm thinking of doing a little install of a heater in here. I'll possibly put a diesel heater. We have a diesel heater that we used for the mini cabin. It's not using it for anything, so I'm thinking about putting it in here, and that'll be a fun little project so keep an eye out for that project. This whole system is set up as one giant bank, all going to these bus bars over here. Our cabin is showing it's drawing 100 watts. You guys can see 100 watts, 0.1 kilowatt. Get no solar input because there's no solar outside. The panels are both covered and there's just no sun. So let's see what we got here. These battery lights. This battery light is full. State of charge 4. State of charge 3. 3 lights are on there. And look at this, 6 lights on. How is this even possible? There's an alarm going, but that's probably because they're just cold. There's not. Oh, there's an alarm on this one. That's from charging, probably. It shows a low charge rate if it's not a high charge rate. But let's see what our battery status. How is that even possible? 95%. I'm thinking these Vader batteries are dead. We can only stand by 100%. How is that even possible? Stand by 100%. How is that even? That's not possible. It's not possible. I don't know how that's even possible. We didn't have that much sun. It's showing 100% on this entire bank. This is the battery that it's probably drawing the most off of. 67%. 3 degrees Celsius that battery is. It was previously at 4 degrees. That was what, 36? So now it's at like 34, which is pretty cool, pretty cold. 67%. This battery's still showing 4 state of charge. These batteries are the only ones that are down 1 bar on the state of charge, these Ruxus. How is that even possible? How are these all full? %. Says it's 5 degrees Celsius. Huh. That's weird. Huh. That's kind of weird. A little, I mean, good, but I'm surprised. And no solar input. We're using 200 watts. Must have had enough solar in the last few days. And we had a really good, well, we had a 3,000 watt day. And we had a 2,000 watt day a few days ago. We had a 9,000 watt day a couple days before Christmas. That's how. We had, well, it's only 800 watt day. I guess the solar's just charging itself up. Huh. Well, that's pretty boring. We're going to have to use some more power. You know what we'll do tonight? It's 38, 39 degrees in here. Let's put the heat light on. Let's put this workshop light on. Guys, while installing the system, we put these extra plugs in. So let's put a 100 watt light bulb in here for the night. 100 watt light bulb. This is going to generate a little bit of heat. Let's put it down here on the ground in the middle of the floor. Huh. Well, that was very boring. How we got that much power left, I don't know. Unless those Ruxu batteries are really low. Maybe I'll turn those Ruxu batteries off for a couple days. 67% in 10 days. And all these are still pretty much full. I don't know. I mean, if they're drawing off of this battery because it has lower resistance, because it has a thicker cord. If it's running off lower resistance because it's drawn from this one more than the other batteries that are sitting more idle. And then those, because they're shorter cord, like a 1 foot, not even a foot shorter, like 10 to 12 inch shorter, like from here to here. That's like 30 inches. And these are all 36-ish. I want to draw out of them equally. But there's slightly different resistance in every single type of battery. So that makes it a little difficult. But they're all the same voltage. So they're all like equalized. They're all at 52.3. So I don't want to turn those off and screw that up. So, all right. Well, I was going to turn the generator on for, for the night. And now I don't have to. I mean, if everything's still up pretty high, then I don't need to spend money on gas. It has been 10 days. 10 days. And again, we don't have a high power draw, but our cabin's been running. Refrigerator, lights, and more. So, and computers and stuff. I mean, this is a big battery bank. This is 70,000 watt hours. And we did have a couple sunny days, so I guess that's a couple days with some sun. So I guess that shows you, that's why we do so well for 9 or 10 months of the year when there is sun. Because, this is a new system, but just a little bit of sun recharges a whole day's worth of power. Anyway, I don't know what to do now. I thought this was going to be like a more exciting video. So since talking about how an update on the system didn't become anything that epic or exciting, maybe I will fast forward here a week and we'll see how this bunker does in cold temperatures as well. Like really cold, like not -40 cold, but 0 degrees Fahrenheit cold. So anyway, I'm going to close some doors up. I'm going to leave this shop light on. That's going to give us a little more heat in here. I'm going to see if that helps increase the temperature in here as well. Just for one night. Like I said, we're just learning still. We're experimenting, learning, and trying new things. But let's close this bunker up.
Hi. Hi. What? Yeah. It's snowing again.
Snow, snow, snow. It's supposed to snow every day this week. It's been snowing a lot. Right?
Yes.
For the last month and a half.
It warmed up for like 3 days and melted a bunch of stuff, made everything icy, and now we are back to lots of snow.
All right. Here, you take this. I'm going to look for screws real quick. So tell them how you haven't been able to get into the bunker without me.
The bunker is a little bit difficult for me to get into. So Jay's got a handle. I don't know where he found it, but...
in the junk drawer. Cleaning out the junk drawer. Another thing we bought this at Wally World
a year ago
for the mini cabin. So if we just needed to like take the chill off and we wanted to do a video about different style heaters, and we never did it.
No.
We just never got around to it. So while we're over here by the bunker, we're gonna mess around with this. I'm gonna put, where'd my gloves go? Over there. We're gonna go put this in the bunker too. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this just for fun. All right. So I think when I grab this, I grab it up here, but I can lean over and reach it like this. All right, so come over here. So this is what I do. I push it down like this, and then I grab right here. But I'm tall enough and have long enough arms that I could do that. Jen needs to grab it somewhere. Push that down. Push it down. Now, where is it easy for you to grab? Right there?
Up to here,
all right,
here,
perfect.
I can't if I...
Yeah, Jetty can't lean up far enough without laying on top of the door.
Yeah.
So let's put this handle on real quick. This is a 2-second job. So somewhere right there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Then I can open and close it. So when I make him my prisoner in there, I can throw some food down there.
Just get me pinned in there.
The doghouse.
I'm not even measuring this. I'm just putting it where I think the metal is.
Okay.
There to that side. I go this way a little bit.
That's the reason we have a junk drawer.
Let's see if it's level. Make it level at least. It should be pretty even. There we go.
Look at that.
Oh, my gloves. I got no gloves. All right, see if you can close the bunker now. Now you don't have to worry about pinching your hands either.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There we go.
Open her up. You could still just push on the top like I do. Put it down. Listen to me. Push up on that. That's way easier than trying to lift with the little handle. There you go. Perfect.
There we go. Do you guys have a junk drawer? Is it like a USA thing? Is it a Michigan thing? Is it a Midwest thing?
Is it
a worldwide thing? I feel like when we went to Spain like a decade ago and we were talking about our junk drawer, our friends were like, what is that? So
maybe we're just junky people.
No, everybody has a junk drawer.
Yeah.
Do you have a junk drawer? Let us know. A miscellaneous drawer, a drawer full of nonsense.
The stuff that does not have a home.
Yes.
We create a home for it. Put this down here real quick. You got your phone?
Yeah, gotta get it from underneath here.
Now that the door's open, we never checked Jetty checked the temperature this morning. It was at 42, but that was because we ran the generator for a night just to charge up. Basically, I was charging the Blue Eddy. It's at 100%. What we're doing is we're running the Blue Eddy, charging it through our main system, but we had the generator charging our main system, so it's feeding through and charging this. And now this Blue Eddy, this power station is running our shop light, which is heating it in here. Did you check it?
It's checking 39.4.
39.4. That seems to be the number, right?
Yeah.
39.4.
Yeah.
When there's no additional heat.
It fluctuates within like a degree or two, but yeah.
38 to 40 degrees seems to be the number, but 39.4 you've said a million times. So, but what we're gonna do,
freezing.
Yeah, which is above freezing, so our batteries can charge and discharge. Might not be the most efficient temperature. I think they're supposed to be like 70 Fahrenheit for most efficient capacity, but you know what? We're not worried about it. There's nothing we can do other than experiment with this just for giggles. And then our bunker has a fireplace. So what I'm doing, and
you have
I was
to be warm and cozy when you're a naughty boy.
Yep. So where I was going with this whole charging thing is I now have this Blue Eddy hooked up to the Wi-Fi. I believe it's still hooked up to the Wi-Fi, so I could control it from anywhere. And I could turn this on and off. So if it gets below freezing in here, I should be able to turn this on if I leave this set up the way it is.
And then you don't have to come outside in the cold.
Yeah, I don't have to, yeah, I could just turn on. And this, I don't know for sure. I have to check this heater out. Make sure I don't have to like push a digital button. If I can leave a switch on and just turn the power on the Blue Eddy and on and off, and then this just comes on. But if this has a digital switch on it, then I'm probably not going to be able to do what I was hoping to do. So here.
Experiment.
My hands are frozen.
Want me to go grab you some gloves?
Sure. My gloves are on the workbench. Alright, so like I said, guys, we bought this at Wally World for like 40 bucks. The same time we bought the diesel heater last year. This was all way before we had our mini split installed. So we're going to do a video on that too. We're going to show you how the mini split can heat the cabin, the mini cabin, during these cold temps. We're going to learn, and you're going to learn. We're not doing that today. So subscribe if you're new, and wait for that video. We're going to work that out. So let's try this. We're going to try to use this in the bunker right now. We were going to try to compare diesel heat, electric heat. There's a lot of misconceptions about what you could do with solar. A lot of people think you could heat a space with solar. It's not really practical. This is going to show you that this is maybe a temporary heat thing. People think they're going to buy a power station You don't have 200 watts of panels on it and heat their house if the power goes out in the winter. It doesn't work that way. These heaters consume 750 watts up to 1,500 watts. They're very inefficient.
Try to hold it. Okay.
Ooh, it is cold out. Thank you. Like it's like 15 degrees and windy. Put all the trash in there. We'll deal with it later.
I'm making sure there's nothing down here. Yeah, see.
Is there a remote or something? Oh, the legs.
The legs, the handle, and a booklet. So yes, quite a few things.
Who needs any of that stuff?
Certainly not you.
Well, I didn't know it was going to be really assembly required. I thought this was going to be like a 2-minute thing. Oh my goodness. So guys, this is not an infrared heater, I don't think. This is not radiant heat. This is just straight electric heat. Most inefficient way of heating. Yet everyone wants us to switch over from natural gas. They want to get rid of our natural gas and our wood stoves. They want us to do electric heat. So the world is dependent on the companies. They don't want us doing things our own way. They want us dependent. There you go. Severe risk of what?
Heat stroke.
Heat stroke?
Hyperthermia.
Hypothermia?
Hyperthermia.
Hypothermia.
Hyperthermia.
Oh, hyperthermia is the opposite?
Hypo is cold.
Yeah.
Hypothermia is what you will have if you stand outside too long.
Then I'll have it about 10 minutes if I don't hurry up.
Yep.
All right, there we go. Here's our $39 heat source. I'm second guessing this a bit because I have a very expensive solar bunker here, and if this fails and catches the whole thing on fire from a $39 heater from China,
see how it works in here.
We'll be able to see exactly how many watts we're pulling. Again, we're running this through the power station so I can maybe remotely control it, like from the cabin. That way, if I just plug it in the main system, I can't turn the power on and off to certain plugs.
Yeah, and if it's super cold outside, you don't have to come outside.
I don't have to do anything. And Jenny has wireless thermometer, so we can tell and monitor it. Just
Right.
put it on the ground. All right, guys. So here's our fireplace in our bunker. Oh, we got a thermostat too, so we don't have to turn it up to max. Flame brightness and light, like with just the light. Ooh, look, just the light. Oh, does it even flicker? Oh my goodness, look at that. Do you see that up there?
Oh my goodness.
So here we go. Now we go to low. I'm assuming all the heat's gonna come right out here. Let's see how many watts this is drawing. Holy crap!
Just a bit?
1,000 watts.
Yeah. That's something you're gonna leave running for a long time.
No. It does say it would run for
21 hours?
It says 21 days, but that's not right.
Well, with all that stuff, maybe.
No. This is 15,000 watt hours. It's It's 333 plus that, so it's like 13 or 14,000 watt hours. So it could only run for 14 hours.
Maybe it's.
All right. So let's turn the thermostat all the way up. Flame brightness we could turn down. Does that change anything on the? No. Why is it making noise?
Sometimes new stuff makes noises the first.
Alright, so let's just max it out so it stays running, I guess. And then let's turn up the high and see how many watts.
Close it up for an hour and see what.
1,500 watts.
Holy shnikes.
That's crazy. So like I said, the power is transferring from our secondary plug over here into the Blue Eddy. We were charging it last night. We charged this whole system up to 100%. Let's just actually turn this off now. See, this was 100 watts, so I forgot. Let's turn that off. So now it should only be, now it's 1,400 watts, which is a lot still. Let's put it on low. You can feel the heat coming off of it. Ooh, it's warm. Ooh, you can see the red heat.
Just like.
So 980 watts. What?
Okay. Well, let it run for a little bit.
So let it run for a couple hours. So all the heat, no heat comes out of here. This is all just for looks. And then all the heat's coming out. You can see it. So 900 watts. It's coming. It's feeding through the Blue Eddy, but coming from our main system. So all of our batteries, 12 amps from the big battery, and about 1 amp from every other battery. So that's good. Let's just button this up and see how. Let's button it up and see how long it takes to heat up, or how much it heats up in a couple hours.
Sounds good. Seal her up and we'll come visit it in an hour or so and just see how everything looks.
Yeah. And we'll go check my phone and see if I can still control the Blue Eddy.
Yeah.
The only thing it's having trouble with is the Wi-Fi, because it's in the bunker.
Yeah.
And in the ground and far away from our routers.
Yeah, we're going to move the TP link.
Yeah, we're going to move one of our extension pieces out here to the bunker so everything should get better service. But we're not doing that today.
Nope.
All right, guys. The bunker has been heating with that small fireplace, heater / fireplace for a couple hours. Let's see what the status is here. Ooh, it's toasty in here. Jed said it's 47 degrees in here. Now the batteries are going to take a while to heat up, but this battery says it's 7 degrees now rather than 4. All these batteries say 52. So that's good, 52. That one says 10 degrees Celsius. All these Vaderers were in the low 40s before. That was at the highest 5 or 7, and this was the highest 3 or 4. So they've all gone up 2 or 3 degrees Celsius, or close to 10 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's awesome. Sorry, the door's blowing shut. So there you go. There's a heat source. The only pitfall I just found is my Wi-Fi on the Blue Eddy keeps disconnecting. Like, it worked all last night, and I tried to turn it on when I was in the cabin. Like, it's showing it. and it's showing. It's not. It's just. It keeps wanting me to reset the Wi-Fi. I don't understand why. I'm assuming it's because the internet signal is very weak in here, and it just keeps disconnecting. So that's no good in regards to, you know, controlling it when we're gone or when we're in the cabin. I can connect with Bluetooth. But then the Bluetooth emblem goes off on here, and I don't know how to get it to turn back on. So anyway, I'm not controlling it with my phone accurately. That's the whole point of doing it. So if it's not consistent or not reliable, I don't think it's a Bluetti thing. I think it's a Wi-Fi signal thing. So if I could bring a puck out here to extend, you know, a Wi-Fi extender out to the bunker, maybe we could get better Wi-Fi signal. And this would be consistently on. We moved the Starlink over to the other side of the cabin because it was a better spot for it, out of the way. But what it did is put our Wi-Fi and router at the one far end of the cabin. So like now we get poor signal out by the cabin, mini cabin. Not poor, I mean it works. But the bunker is just in the ground and surrounded by concrete and metal. And all this bubble foil. So it's just a bad signal. So maybe I could even put the Wi-Fi extender on top of the bunker, maybe in here. I don't think it would work if it was in here because it won't, you know. But anyway, the heater works. I just can't control it from in the cabin, which sucks. But anyway, if I can't control it from anywhere, there's no reason to leave it on. Just one more thing to worry about. But anyway, all our solar's doing good. Little solar update for you guys. We had 10 days of using the cabin. We only had 2 or 3 days where we got, you know, I think we got like 10,000 watt hours, so that replaced a couple batteries for us, filled up a couple batteries, and ran us for the day while it was sunny. So that helped us a lot, and we were at like, all the batteries were at 90% or higher other than the big battery. So it's obviously drawing off the Ruxus and the big battery faster, less resistance for some reason. So shorter cable and bigger cable. So I'm assuming that's why. But anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with us during this little video. I might try to throw more videos at you that are shorter, little quick videos for the winter rather than 30-minute videos because, you know, we're not doing big epic projects. We're just, you know, more vloggy style, like showing you what we're doing for the day. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here before I let all my heat out that I built up. There we go. Oh, and I didn't get my little rubber thing over, flap over it either. Little things. All right. We'll see you guys in the next video. Appreciate you.